Hello there everyone, and welcome to how to play and build Baron Semedi in Smite. By the end of this video, you will have an understanding on what Baron Semedi's moves do, how to build him effectively, and some tips and tricks that I picked up in the first day playing this character. Now, diving right into his abilities, I want to talk about his passives first, and yes, that is plural. First of all, Baron Semedi gains his whole team access to a unique flask. It's basically a multi-potion, but it is in the form of a chalice. It's really cheap and it's really beneficial. His second passive is called Hysteria. Basically, the more you do stuff to opponents, the more effects that your abilities gain throughout the course of a fight. Now let's dive into the core abilities. Baron Semedi's first ability, he lines up two shots. They both do damage. If you hit them both, it does even more damage. Now what's really neat is if you have a lot of Hysteria on the opponent, then their power gets reduced, their attack speed gets reduced, and this also deals some Hysteria on hit. Now his second ability is personally the most interesting ability, though his first ability is better for lane clear. Now his second ability is a circle that does damage. Now if you hit an enemy god, it does heal, and it heals in two places. It heals where the damage is dealt, and it heals around Baron Semedi, and that is very important to keep in mind when casting this. Anyway, the heal is flat damage, and then it also heals per missing health. And this is actually an insane move. It's so much fun. Anyway, moving right along, his third ability is Wrap It Up. It's like Anubis's stun, but instead of stunning the opponent, it slowly slows them down until the opponent is rooted. This is an incredible ability for setting up your combos. Now finally, his ultimate, where things get a little janky, and with his ultimate, you basically pull everything towards you, and then the first god that is hit by touching the coffin that you're standing on gets stunned for 2 fucking seconds. Okay, that's his ability breakdown. Let's talk about the build. Quick disclaimer, I actually don't think Baron Semedi is meant to be built full power. Yes, he scales fairly well, but I personally think he's not the most safe character, and whenever I have a mage that is not safe, I find it way more beneficial to build them tankier so that they can kind of be like a solo laner. Think Opwash, because honestly, the way Baron Semedi moves and can sustain himself, he is a really good solo laner. I played him in Conquest, and I was able to fight and win against new tier. Now, what build am I referencing? Well, to start the game, you're going to pick up your Warrior Tabby, and depending on who you're fighting, you're either going to opt into Breastplate of Valor or Chalice with your Baron Chalice. Okay? Now, next, you are going to build into your CDR boots. Baron benefits from CDR. Baron does kind of benefit from the, extra pen that the power pen boots give you, but the extra mana is very good for this ability spamming character. Now, next you are going to build into Breastplate of Valor or Pestilence, depending on who you're fighting in lane, right? If it's a magical, build Pestilence. If it's physical, build Breastplate. Why Pestilence? Well, healers are pretty meta right now, especially in really competitive game modes like Conquest, right? And if you're building Pestilence early, you're going to shut down that healing early. Plus, it's a really good magical defense item. Breastplate you get because it gives you mana and CDR. Now, after you finish up those 2 items, you're going to build Spirit's Robe, and then you're going to move into some power items because damn, can you give yourself a bit of a boost. Okay, so the first power item I like to opt into is Gem of Isolation. This gives Baron a lot of control, especially in his ultimate, and those beams are really easy to hit, so if you can also apply a slow with them, it's never a bad thing. Okay, and then finally you're going to pick up Obsidian Shard because percent pen is very good when you don't have a lot of power, plus it gives you a bit of power. Now, that is the build that I have been using. It works very well. Now, if you do look, I will put a clip of one of my full power builds around right now so that you can see what I have been building for full power. But now I'm just going to quickly touch on a couple of tips and tricks that I have for those of you that are going to be diving into Baron today. Tip number 1, use your abilities. Like I kind of alluded to earlier, Baron is an ability spamming god, and his cooldowns that come base, plus the cooldown reduction you're going to be building, helps you with that. Okay, so use your abilities, don't be afraid to poke. This goes even if you want to play in mid, play aggressive, get that early lead. A lot of people can't contend with pressure. Okay, second tip, use your second ability to try and get a heal off. It has a lot of extra effects, but basically that move is your sustain, right? He's not like, say, Opwash, where you can just drop your 1 on the ground, eat some corpses, and rejuvenate your life bar. That's not how this character works. You have to land that second ability on a god to heal. Minions don't count. Now, third and final tip for all of you guys, his ult only channels until he kind of eats the first god, so it will keep slowing and pulling people towards him until the first god takes the bullet and stops it. Okay, keep that in mind. If you're gonna try and use that ult to control everyone, but someone immediately takes the bullet, you are going to fall back onto the ground. Don't get caught off guard. Now, that's all the time that I have for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Time to play the outro card. Hey guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more stuff from me in the future, hit my face in the bottom left to make sure you subscribe and keep up to date with me. If you want to watch more stuff from me right now, I have quite a bit to choose from, but I'm going to put 2 videos on the screen right now for you to choose from. Anyway guys, this is Keltick, signing off. Have yourselves a casual day.